This year?
थोड़ा सा आगे आइए ना सर, थोड़ा सा आगे, बस सर।
If everyone settled in and has had a good look at Amit,
to improve their health and cut fat from their life and their bodies, of course. Dr. Nikhil Dhurandhar is a man of science. He's a nutritional biochemist, a scientist with 14 patents, one of the 30 best, brightest minds in the US, human body. So by 2017, as an editor, I had edited my fair share number of, these fad diet books. Get thin, eat dahi, eat ghee, go natural, go keto, go paleo. So when this book came into my inbox and I was told that this is your next project, I thought, oh, it's another one of those. And I also thought, what is fat loss? Aren't we all focused on losing weight? And that's when I started reading the book, started editing it, and I was amazed. Those 2 months while I was editing and working on this book, don't judge me right now, please. So we'd also thought of, changing the title because weight loss is the most Googled term when it comes to people who look in the mirror and are ashamed of themselves at that point, but we didn't. I found a book that answered my queries, gave me practical tips, and left me with immense respect for my author, a man who refuses to promote himself by divulging the names of his celebrity clients. Believe me, we asked. I became quite fit while working on this book. What helped was knowing that one of my favorite actors, a perfectionist, too had moments of weakness. There's a chapter in the book where Dr. Dhurandhar talks about Amir's journey, and it's a lovely, lovely read because it is so searingly honest to see the amount of effort that went into creating the blockbuster that Dangal was and the transformation that Amir went through. And on that note, I'd like to invite Mr. Amir Khan to say a few words about Dr. Dhurandhar and the book.
I'll speak from here only. I think it's 37 patents, not 14. Doctor was telling me. Got added. So, good afternoon, everyone. I'm really happy to be here. And, how many of you have read the book? Okay, not most of you have not read the book. So I'll actually tell them which is my introduction. I was starting to get ready for Dangal. So I started putting on the weight. And I had discussed with the director that first I'll do the fat and old part, and then later on I'll do the, younger part where I'm muscular and very low fat. So the bulk of the film, 80-85% of the film is fat and old. So started putting on weight for that. While I was in the process of doing that, it suddenly occurred to me that I should contact Dr. Dhurandhar. I'm talking of Nikhil's father, Dr. Vinod Dhurandhar, because he had been advising me up till now during Gajini and my other projects. He had been helping me with my nutrition to try and look the character that I had to play, and with a lot of success. So I thought that because just before that, doctor, if you remember, I had done PK and Dhoom 3. I was very fit. I was 9% body fat, following Dr. Dhurandhar's diet, Dr. Vinod Dhurandhar's diet. And then I thought that now that I'm putting on the weight, and I'm going to be putting on a lot of weight, maybe I should warn him and tell him that मैं ऐसा कर रहा हूँ, I'm going to be putting on a lot of weight and this is going to go on for some months. And then when we finish shooting the fat part, I will need to start losing the weight. So I want you to be forewarned, and maybe if you can advise me some, what to be prepared for and all that, how long the process will take, etc. So I tried to reach out to Dr. Dhurandhar in the normal ways that I used to call his clinic. But I was not getting any answer from the clinic. No one was picking up the phone, and number of times I tried, I wasn't getting through. And I always hesitated to call him on his cell phone because he was very senior, and I felt I'll be doing a wrong thing by calling on his cell phone. So I used to avoid that. But when I could not get through to him for very long, then finally I took the liberty and I called on the cell phone and I spoke to your mother. and she informed me that Dr. Vinod Dhurandhar is not feeling well and he's not keeping good health, and therefore he cannot come on the phone. And she, gave me to believe that it's something that is a little serious. So maybe he won't be coming to the clinic for some time, and he won't be able to advise me on this occasion. So I was, of course, concerned about the fact that doctor was not doing well, and so when I put the phone down and I told your mother that I'm feeling very sorry that this has happened, and I put the phone down, and then after some time I realized that, but now who will help me? Because if Dr. Vinod Dhurandhar is not there, how will I? He was the only one I trusted, with my diet. And then the next day I called up again and I asked your mother that, can you give me a number of one of his assistants perhaps, who I can, who can help me in the same manner, someone who has learnt and trained under Dr. Dhurandhar, Dr. Vinod Dhurandhar. And she said, let me think about it and I will let you know. And within a couple of days, Dr. Nikhil called me from the same number saying that actually I am Dr. Vinod's son and I am here because my father is not well. And my mother has told me that you had called asking for help. And my father used to speak very warmly and highly of you. And so if there is anything I can do to help you. And I was most relieved. I was like, okay. And then we met. And then I told doctor that, this is what my requirement is. So actually, if you remember, doctor, in the first meeting, you discouraged me completely. Because Dr. Nikhil Dhurandhar is a very conservative person, highly conservative. He was telling me, no, Mr. Khan, that's not going to happen. What you're trying to say is very difficult. It's, 5 months you want to lose the weight. You're putting on so much weight and it's not, it's very difficult. And he kept telling me, no, don't do it. And have you consulted your doctor? Is your doctor okay with it? Is your GP okay with it? And all the warnings that he could think of, he gave me. And I said, no, doctor, I have to do it. So now we will do it. I had already started putting on weight by then, if you remember. So so he said, you see, because I had also read Dr. Vinod Dhurandhar's books, earlier books and all, and I told him 500 calories deficit per day, 3,500 calories deficit per week, which is equal to 1 pound. And so he said, Mr. Khan, that is the math of it. But losing fat is not math only, it is also biology. So everyone reacts differently and there is no set rule or pattern to it. So anyway, somehow I managed to convince him that he would help me. And he did this actually, at that time you were not making diets for anyone, if I remember correctly. For a while, yeah. So then he was kind enough to agree to do that. And then thereafter, when we finished shooting the film, Dr. Nikhil started sending me the diets. And, whether it's Dr. Vinod Dhurandhar or Dr. Nikhil Dhurandhar, I have had complete trust and faith in what they say because I've been through it. I've done it number of times. I've gone up and down number of times with their diets. And I've seen how it works. And I have understood, the whole fundamentals behind it. And so I completely trust both Dr. Vinod Dhurandhar at that time and now Dr. Nikhil Dhurandhar. And, I'm so glad that this book is out so that people can make use of it. And people can learn more about their own health and how nutrition works and how the body works. And their advice has always helped me, and even now, as we currently speak, I'm preparing for my next film, Lal Singh Chadda, and I'm losing, because I have to look very young in that film, and in parts of the film. So I'm planning to lose 20 kilos, as you know, doctor. Out of which I have in the last 2 weeks already lost 3.5 kilos in 2 weeks, which is a good start. Good start. So far so good, going well. And so I would strongly recommend to people, readers all across, who want to know about fat loss and nutrition, that this is a great book to pick up and read and understand from. And I'm so happy to be here today and hopefully I can propagate this book more. People might listen
We're
to
so
me because
glad
I've done it
you're
2-3
here.
times. So a lot of people ask me, doctor, how do you do it? How do you do it? They think that I'm some expert. So I said, no, I'm not the expert. Dr. Dhurandhar is the expert. And I'm glad that the expert has written a book which people can use and will come to great use to people.
Shall we unveil the book
Yes,
then?
let's do that.
Right, so now we'll move on to the rather fun part of the launch where I will be asking Dr. Nikhil and Amal, you of course, although you've answered quite a lot of my questions, questions about the book. So let's have a nice, healthy conversation. Right. So, Dr. Nikhil, when I started working on this book, the first thing that caught my attention was the fact that you're a nutritional biochemist. Could you let us know how that's different from a nutritionist, especially since the latter are now a dime a dozen? Something, I remember in edits also I pointed out that, do you really want to antagonize all these people?
So it's quite easy to answer that with the help of an example. And the answer also lies in my background training that I have had. Like my Bachelor of Science was in chemistry, Master of Science in nutrition and food science. My PhD is in biochemistry, and that I'm a physician. So with that background, now if you say, let's just say, an example would be the word sugar and insulin. So if I were from nutritionist point of view, I would be thinking of foods that have carbohydrates and how much amount and so on, and which are more high carbohydrate or low carbohydrate. Since I'm food science background, I would be thinking of what processing of foods can increase or decrease the sugar levels in the body. If from a biochemist point of view, I can think of experiments and molecular mechanism that leads to cells taking glucose, sugar in it, and how they utilize and so on. That's another example. As a physician, I would be thinking of how glucose, sugar levels increase or decrease in the blood, what can cause diabetes and other ailments and so on and so forth. So fortunately, I have this availability of thinking from different directions, points, for one question that would be, say, sugar. So that's the...
So that's great. I mean, it's holistic, science-backed approach towards even something as simple as creating a diet. No wonder it's been working so well.
Yeah, so, yeah, one has to... So, just since you mentioned this very quickly, diet is about, for weight loss, is not only about calories. Calories is a very important aspect. You cannot, if you don't take fewer calories than what you need, it's not possible to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not all about calories. It's also about your other aspects of your body and other requirements.
Yes.
How much cholesterol you have, how much triglyceride you have, protein you have, are you anemic or not? Because there are so many nutrients, there are vitamins, there are minerals, there is protein, there is fat. All those things need to be considered while you're dieting so that you lose weight and derive benefits from that and not hurt yourself in the process.
Because I remember there's a chapter in the book which is very aptly titled, Why Am I Fat? And I thought, well, here goes. You eat too much, you don't exercise. But no, the chapter is actually quite different. It talks about everything he's just said, that it's not just reducing calories, it's not just that you're not exercising. There are host of other factors affecting your body weight at that point in time. So I want to know, why did you choose to call the book Fat Loss?
So weight loss is a term that we commonly use. But if you think of when you lose weight, if I have to question you, what did you lose in the weight that you just lost? Was it your loss of fat? Was it loss of muscle from the body? Was it loss of bone? Was it loss of water? Because any of these will ultimately show you that you have lost weight. But what's the composition of that weight loss? How much was water? How much was fat? Because when we are struggling to lose weight, it is really the struggling to lose fat that is accumulated in the body.
Right.
Another important part is there are many gimmicks out there, many fads out there that will produce a weight loss without producing fat loss. You can take tablets that are diuretic, like you pass more urine, you lose weight. You sweat, you lose more water. Correct. Not fat. But not fat. Therefore, to draw attention that fat is important is why the book is named Fat Loss.
So, chapter 5, the one which talks about Amir's fat loss journey, you open the chapter, and I quote by saying, "In June 2015, I met someone who would prove to be one of my most challenging patients ever." I mean, Amir's already answered why this was so challenging, but doctor, I'd like to hear it from your
So
POV.
this is no reflection on how he turned out to be. It was absolutely wonderful to be working with him, and the discipline and the cooperation and so on. That was more about my ability, because as he just mentioned, he has two requirements. One is to lose fat, and other simultaneously maintain and grow more muscle. So to lose fat, one has to eat fewer calories than you require. It's called negative energy balance. You have to eat less. To put on muscle, you have to eat more, because otherwise you won't gain muscle. So you're talking about two opposing processes that have to happen simultaneously in the time frame that he was mentioning. And that was actually a clincher for me, that I wanted to do this because it is challenging.
Yeah, while I was reading the chapter, I was quite worried myself. I knew the movie was out. We'd all seen the transformation. I was like, how's Amir going to do this? Oh my god. So how did you do it? I mean, discipline is one thing, but he's put in messages that you shared. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, oh, they're in the book? The messages?
two of them
Wow.
are there, yeah.
Yeah, nice. So, you know, what happened is that, like the doctor correctly said, it was not just that I had to lose weight or lose fat, but I also had to put on muscle. So, what I really did, a lot of people don't realize is that while I was putting on weight, I was building muscle. And also my training was of a particular kind which was focusing on building the size of the muscle. So that process lasted for a year and a half or so. And remember that I had already built muscle before that for Dhoom 3 and PK. So my muscle was already there. I was not having to create the muscle, which is tougher. So I was building on that, putting on weight and muscle, growing fatter and bigger. You could not see the muscle because it was covered by a thick layer of fat. So you just saw a fat man. But underneath that fat was muscle, which visually you could not see. And that was a thing that in the last 5 months, when I had to shed the fat, at that time I was not necessarily building muscle because that would have been very difficult. So I was actually shedding the fat and not really building the muscle, but maintaining the muscle. We didn't want to lose the muscle that I had built. We had to maintain the muscle and shed the fat. So in that 5 months period, a lot of people feel I shed fat and built muscle in the 5 months. No, I built muscle over 2.5 years. And
Like, how
actually
did
I
you
shed
manage-
fat in the last 5
even,
months.
Even in 5 months,
How
to
do you
shed that
lose this? Yeah, it was a...
How did you manage, like, talking to
Oof,
them, because
it was very difficult.
you were in the US and you weren't at that
Yeah.
point. It's only later you went to Texas.
Yeah.
So how did you
Well-
communicate? How was...
We communicated on WhatsApp and through Skype and FaceTime and emails. And what was important was that I completely trusted the plan that doctor had made, so I had to just follow that plan. And when I started the weight loss, the fat loss rather, I I was so fat, and so I had 38% body fat, and it looked like I would never make it, because when I started the process, I was like, in the first 2 weeks, though you lose faster at that rate in the beginning, but still you realize that बाप रे, it's a long way to go यार. 2 हफ्ते में आपने, चलो अगर 4 किलो भी लूज किया तो उसमें से पूरा 4 किलो शायद फैट ना हो. And at that time I felt very disheartened in the beginning. I felt ये नहीं होएगा मेरे से. I've taken on more than I can chew. पंगा ले लिया मैंने इस दफा. ये होएगा नहीं. So I used to look at myself in the mirror and I was really fat, so I was like, this is not going to happen. And then I said, if I keep looking at where I'm supposed to reach and where I am now, it will scare me. It will dishearten me. I'll stop. I'll give up. I don't want to give up. So I stopped doing that. Instead of, if I have to climb Himalaya and I'm sitting here on the plains at sea level and I'm looking at Himalayas, I'm thinking I'll never make it. Too difficult. So I stopped looking at the destination and I stopped looking at the distance I have to travel. Instead, I made my gaze go lower and I just looked down and I said, where is my next step going to be? आज का कदम किधर डालना है? इधर डालना है. Next कदम इधर, next कदम इधर. Every day, it's one day at a time. Think one day at a time. Tell yourself that today I will not break my diet. Just today. Don't think of 5 months. Today I will keep my diet. Today I will stick to what I'm supposed to do. Don't look up, because if you look up, you say, अरे बहुत दूर है. ऊपर नहीं देखने का, नीचे देखने का. Head down, one step at a time, one step at a time. And then, when you do that continuously for 3-4 months, then when you look up, you feel, अरे यार इतना दूर नहीं है, काफी अपन नजदीक आ गए. तो फिर थोड़ा excitement आता है कि अरे it's happening. So don't compare the distance every day. You will feel disheartened. At least in my case, because the distance was so far. That was one. Second is I had some tactics. Now what happens is that, as we all know, workout is important, but much more important than that is the diet you follow, the nutrition you follow. Much more important than that. I can lose weight without doing an inch of workout. Not a single day I need to work out, but just by following a healthy, balanced diet, I will be able to lose the fat. So, for me, following the diet was more important than the training actually. And in that, I had some tactics. Now, what happens is that when you are following the diet, on a particular day, you feel weak. I have a lot of meetings at home. I'm sitting at home and someone has come to meet me. Obviously, my guests are served with food, snacks, food, sandwiches, samosas, wafers, all the very things I'm not supposed to eat is put in front of them. तो कभी-कभी मुझे लगता है यार एक समोसा तो मार ही लेते हैं यार.
मारा ही था.
हाँ
You
तो
had something, right?
So no, that came later. That came later. So my first tactic is that when I'm tempted, tell yourself, if you're tempted to have that ice cream or that cake or that samosa, tell yourself, yeah, no problem, Amir, you're going to have it. Just give it 5 minutes. अभी मत खा, 5 मिनट के बाद खा ले. Just delay it by 5 minutes. You will be surprised in that 5 minutes आपका बैलेंस संतुलन वापस आ जाता है. नहीं अच्छा हुआ मैंने नहीं खाया यार. 5 मिनट में मेरे को अकल ठिकाने आ गई मेरी. Just by delaying it by 5 minutes, it makes a big difference. Suddenly you realize कि you know what, actually I'm okay without it here. इतना टेंशन नहीं हो रहा है. So most days that works. On some days that fails. Even after 5 minutes you're like, यार 5 मिनट हो गए अब तो मेरे को लेना ही पड़ेगा. So then I have a second tactic. If the first step doesn't work, I tell myself, okay, I will have the samosa but after a glass of water. तो फटाक से 1-2 गिलास पानी पी लेने का. तो जब पानी जाता है ना पेट में तो लगता है कि भर गया यार पेट, अभी खाने का इतना मन नहीं कर रहा है. तो water is a good extinguisher of the desire to suddenly eat something. So that is a second tactic of mine. Then if that also doesn't work na, and you feel कि नहीं यार I have to have it. And there are times when you end up breaking your diet. Now there are ways and means of breaking your diet. Suppose there are 2 ways and means of breaking your diet. I'm very hungry. whatever portions doctor has given me, they are over. It's now 12 o'clock at night. I'm reading a book or I'm watching a film and it is going to go on for another 1 hour. I'm very hungry. I need to eat something. I'm very hungry. Now, at that time, I'm going to be breaking my diet. मैं भी समझ गया हूँ 5 मिनट निकल गया है, पानी 2 गिलास पी लिया है और सब कुछ हुआ नहीं फायदा. अभी मेरे को खाना पड़ेगा कुछ. So instead of eating an ice cream or a chocolate or something which is, sugar and deep fried and, up 4 egg white omelette with 1 toast. तो आपका पेट भी भर जाता है और इतना कैलोरी अंदर नहीं जाता. So eat something sensible at that time. If you really have to break your diet, eat something sensible. Have a fruit, eat something sensible. And if you're tempted for something non-sensible, कि यार मेरे सामने जो आइसक्रीम पड़ी है वो मुझे खाना है और अब सब टैक्टिक्स हो गया और मुझे खाना ही पड़ेगा, तो फिर क्वांटिटी कम्स इन प्ले. जस्ट ईट 1 स्पून. तो क्या मेंटली आपने खा भी लिया, आपको उसका टेस्ट भी मिल गया और आपने बड़ा डैमेज नहीं किया कि पूरा टब खाली आइसक्रीम का, मतलब यहाँ का वहाँ हो गया. हाँ, सब दही हो गया सब. So these are the things I used to follow. But despite that, in the middle, I have to confess, I don't know what date that was, doctor, but in the middle, I realized that I'm breaking my diet. So somewhere in the middle, I had lost a lot of weight, but I was halfway there. I was not fully there. Suddenly, I realized that 1 week has not gone well. Second week has not gone well. Achha, one very important thing, you have to measure yourself once a week. That is very important. Every Sunday, I measure myself. Because that tells me, are you on track or not? Has this week gone well or not? How much is the weight loss? How much is the measurement loss? And how much is the fat loss based on caliper? I go by the caliper method. तो पता चलता है कि मैं सही रास्ते पे जा रहा हूँ, नहीं जा रहा हूँ, कुछ गड़बड़ हो रही है. I need to report to doctor. Every week I send him the measurements. So he comes to know if he wants to alter the diet, he can tell me something. But if I don't measure myself, I won't know where I'm headed. Is there progress? Is there not progress?
Right.
So measuring yourself every week is very important. So I realize in my measurements also and in my habits also that I'm messing up. I'm getting tempted. I'm breaking my diet. I'm not able to, with all my efforts, I'm struggling. And it happens to all of us. I'm struggling. It's not happening. So after 2 weeks, I called up doctor and I said, doctor, लफड़ा हो गया यार. हो नहीं रहा है यार. मैं यहाँ तक तो पहुँच गया हूँ, लेकिन अब पता नहीं क्यों मैं फिसल रहा हूँ. मैं सोचता हूँ हर दिन के मैं करूँगा, लेकिन मैं फिसल रहा हूँ. So what should I do? He said, what do you want me to do? I said, allow me to text you every 2 hours. Every 2 hours, I will send you a WhatsApp and tell you that this is what I've eaten. Though you are in the US and you will be sleeping when I'm texting you because it's daytime for me. But at least when you wake up, you will read 8-10 texts of mine saying in the day, I ate this at 9 o'clock, at 11 o'clock I ate this, at 1 o'clock I ate this, at 3 o'clock I ate this. And the way I do it is that I text doctor saying that it's 8 o'clock in the morning, I've had my breakfast and I ate this, exactly what you told me. And my next meal is at 10. That also I inform him. My next meal is at 10 and it will be this. Okay, when you eat your meal, immediately after that you should spend 30 seconds thinking कि अगला meal कितने बजे है? इतने बजे. अच्छा, तो क्या खाऊंगा मैं? ये और ये खाऊंगा. ओके, डन. तो आपका माइंड क्लियर हो जाता है कि भैया इतने बजे मुझे ये 3 चीज खानी है. 50 ग्राम ये, 10 ग्राम ये. तो then your chances of you slipping become less because you know what you're eating and when you're eating. Don't leave it because after 2 hours you'll be hungry that time. वो टाइम पे जो सामने आएगा आप खा लोगे. तो सोचो, थोड़ा प्लानिंग करो कि अगले 2 घंटे के बाद मैं. So I started texting doctor, if you remember, that this is what I'm eating and all that. So that reporting to him brought me back on track because I realized that he will be reading the text. मेरे को नाक नहीं कटानी है डॉक्टर के साथ. तो थोड़ा प्रेशर आया. Then slowly, then after that, then I got back into track, and then it was smooth sailing after that. Yeah.
So
That
on
was
that
the whole-
note, I remember that you've also mentioned that he suddenly expressed the desire of wanting to go vegan. How did you recalibrate?
Actually, that was in the beginning only. Yeah.
I'm assuming, yeah, because vegan is not an easy diet to follow, considering.
Right. And so what I try to do is one of the things I want to do is to talk with the person who is trying to lose weight and get their lifestyle. Because
Yeah.
it's not about creating a diet and then matching it to somebody's needs. It's the other way. What are your needs? What are your requirements? What are your goals? What are your likes and dislikes and lifestyle? And then create a diet that will meet that lifestyle.
Right.
So that's been always the consideration. But what happens in a vegan diet is, as I was mentioning some time back, it's not only about calories.
Right.
It's all about other nutrients also. So if you are trying to lose weight, the number of different types of foods that you will eat are limited if you are on a vegan diet. Not that it cannot be done.
Right.
It just gets a little harder to get good source of protein, good source of iron, good source of vitamin B12. And one has to give special considerations for that. So that's why it's a little bit more challenging to do that than to have a normal vegetarian or normal non-vegetarian diet.
So that's from where my next question comes, is that what if a patient you've got is insistent on following a particular diet, like let's say a keto or a paleo? I mean, things that you are not really condoning in your book because you say, those aren't holistic methods of taking care of your body.
So
So what do you do in that
Right.
case?
So within these sort of squares, the framework that I just mentioned, that one has to think of somebody's lifestyle, preferences, goals, etc. Then use that and create a moderate, sensible, scientific diet. It is not imbalanced in a particular way. Not too much fat, not too little carbohydrate, not too much protein or what have you. It is, you need all nutrients that you need except the calories. Only calories need to be less than your requirement, but you
Right.
need everything else in the amounts that you need. So that is my approach. But if somebody wants to follow something else, they're of course free to do it on their own. I wouldn't
Absolutely.
advise that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. See, Doc had given me a vegan diet to begin with. And because I was wanting to be vegan, and for about 6 months I followed that vegan diet.
But your case, you're also driven by a sense of a lot of determination, which most other people may not have.
No.
अच्छा,
It's the
नहीं।
struggle is same for all of us.
Okay.
ऐसा कुछ नहीं कि मैं सुपर ह्यूमन हूँ और मेरा कुछ विल पावर बहुत स्ट्रांग है. हम सबका विल पावर स्ट्रांग है और हम सबका वीक भी है. टाइम आने पे हम सब वीक हो जाते हैं और टाइम आने पे हम सब स्ट्रांग हो जाते हैं. So you have to tap into yourself, and even I face temptation, even I feel weak. Just little while back I was describing how I was failing and I needed help. But I think doctor was concerned when I was doing the weight loss. He said that I want you to have a higher quality protein while you're on the calorie deficit part and you're losing the fat. I don't want you to end up losing muscle as well. One of his concerns was that. So then I shifted from the vegan and I had salmon, fish. You gave me fish as a replacement of that. In fact, right now I'm following a vegetarian diet. The diet that doctor is currently giving me is a vegetarian diet.
That's great. I mean, I like how flexible this is, because even the book, it's not sticking to one idea of what you should be doing. All the chapters tackle the fact that your body needs to be taken care of. Fat and losing weight are components of that process.
Yeah.
Right?
And that creates the diet, not the other.
Exactly. And your diet should fit your lifestyle rather than the other
The
way
other
around, where
good
you
thing
approach
about
your lifestyle.
doctor is that when I'm traveling and see when I'm in India, I like to eat dal, chawal, roti, जो हम लोग सब्जी जो हम लोग normally खाते हैं. So he gives me a diet which is more in tune with that. When I'm traveling, go to Europe, go to the US, it's I may not be able to have the same kind of food. I may not be able to make sure it is measured before it is cooked, because the measurements are done raw. Raw vegetables, raw rice, raw dal is measured. So it may not be possible for me when I'm traveling to do that. So at that time, doctor gives me a different diet, which is more easy to follow when I'm traveling. That way.
Right.
So it
I
becomes
mean,
easy for me to follow.
while we may not all be able to contact Dr. Dhurandhar every day, the book does cover all these aspects that Amir's spoken about. What to do when you're traveling, what to do when you have guests over. In fact, you've even mentioned things like Diwali, Eid, and a host of other festivals we are always tempted by. I mean, Holi just went and, well, everybody ate a lot of gujiyas. So these are all practical concerns you've dealt with in the book. So I want to know the age-old question: what is genuinely more important as somebody who's looking to lose fat? What is the exercise to diet proportion that one should follow? Because I feel like either of the two, when you start doing both together, it really overwhelms you because it's a sea change you have to make.
He just mentioned a little bit about the exercise part, and I completely agree with that, and I want to echo the same sentiments. I want to change the word from exercise to activity.
Right.
Physical activity is a better word than exercise, because people think that exercise is something that you go to a gym and do it.
Yeah.
Whereas physical activity can be done anywhere, and the best physical activity one would do for just normal weight loss would be walking.
Right.
Because it's not whether you run or walk, if the distance is constant, you use up almost similar number of calories. Meaning, if 1 kilometer, whether you walk 1 kilometer or you run 1 kilometer, the number of calories you will consume will be almost identical. The time required would be different. If you run, you will finish it faster.
Yeah.
If you walk, so the type of, suppose somebody has 100 kilos or 150 kilos somebody is carrying, with that weight, if you start doing a lot of weights or a lot of jumping rope or running, that's going to cause more damage. It's going to hurt your knee joints, back joints. So the best exercise would be, I would say, physical activity, and that would be walking. But more important would be creating a diet that creates a negative energy balance.
Right.
Exercise would be in a supporting role. It will be a supplement, not a substitute. Supplement, but not a substitute to your dieting effort. Because that way, if you have physical activity, you retain your muscles. You don't
Right.
lose your muscle. And it's your muscles that are burning calories for you. So you don't want your engine to shut off.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's why you need physical activity. But the main role is a diet.
Right.
I'll give an example of this question. Doctor, when I was about to start working on Gajini, where I had to build a physique which was, very muscular. Before that, for some reason or the other, I had put on a lot of weight. I went to your father and I told him that I'm about to start Gajini. But it was still 8 months away. The shooting was 8 months away. And I was little overweight. Actually quite overweight. I was 85 kilos to be precise. And I needed to get to 70 kilos. And I was just about to start shooting for Tare Zameen Par. So Tare Zameen Par shooting was about to start. So, but I was prepping for the film and didn't have time to work out. I had no time to work out at all. I was working around the clock, too busy. And I told Dr. Dhurandhar that I will not have time to work out. It's only the diet that I'm going to be following. So he gave me a diet. In 8 months, I lost 15 kilos. 1-5. And I did not do any workout at all. I didn't have the time. And I wanted to have that fat loss so that by the time I finish shooting and I'm ready for prepping for Gajini, in which I have to build muscle, at least my fat loss is gone and I'm then concentrating on building the muscle. And that's what I did. So in around roughly 8 months, I lost 15 kilos only on the diet. No workout at all.
Well, that sounds absolutely amazing. So, for all the inspiration that Amar has just given us, and the fact that he too struggles with weight, and all the sensible science-backed information that Dr. Dhurandhar has just given us, it's all encapsulated in this book. And I really hope that you all get yourself a copy each, get it signed. I'd now like to invite on stage, one of Dr. Dhurandhar's old patients, Mr. Vachis Doshi. Is he here? Oh, I'm so sorry. Current patient. The email I got was from.
Yeah, Basically my journey started with Nikhil ji in June 2018. Yeah, so I had this issue, or I had this illusion that I won't be able to lose weight. It has gone stagnant. So I came across Nikhil ji's book, which was given to me by my father. So first, when I went through the initial pages, it propelled me to go through the entire book. And after going through the complete book, I enrolled into Nikhil ji's online diet, because it was again one of those thoughts that this is again going to be one of those things where I won't be able to make it or do it. So in those 12 weeks, I was able to lose initially 5 kgs. So that helped me and that motivated me a lot. So I decided to enter into his personal consultation. So that is when we started this thing. So initially, during those 5 kg weight loss, I was only walking for 5,000 steps daily. But when we went into this personal consultation thing, gradually the steps increased to 25,000 steps a day. That was for a period of 6 weeks. Right now I'm able to walk around 14,000 to 15,000 steps, coupled with the diet. So I think both things have helped me to a great extent, and I've right now lost around 40 kgs. Wow. Yeah. So yeah, I think everyone should have a go with the book. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely that is going to help you. Yeah.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Well, if you needed another reason, there it is. I'd now like to.
What's his name?
Mr. Doshi.
Doshi ji, you need to get new jeans. हाँ? अभी वो बेल्ट तक कितना आप भरोसा करेंगे?
Now that's the problem all of us would like to have, buying new jeans in a smaller size. I'd now like to open the question and answer session of this launch.
हाँ हाँ वहाँ मैं क्या करता हूँ, मैं अपना टिफिन लेके जाता हूँ। नहीं, मैं मजाक नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं सीरियस हूँ। आप कभी शाहरुख से मिलेंगे तो आप उनसे पूछिएगा और वो आपको बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग कहानी सुनाएंगे। वो उनके घर पे वो आए थे, टिम कुक है उनका नाम, मुझे ठीक से याद नहीं रहता है, एप्पल के हैं ना?
Yes.
हाँ, तो वो आए थे उनके घर पे, उनकी टीम से और भी 4-5 लोग अमेरिका से आए थे, और शाहरुख साहब ने हम लोगों को बुलाया था खाने पे। तो पार्टी थी, हम लोग आए थे, तो गौरी ने कहा आप खाना खा के जाइएगा। मैं बोला हाँ मैं खाना खा के जाऊँगा। तो इससे खाना लग गया, ऐसे नहीं वो मेरा टिफ़िन साथ में लाया हूँ मैं। अरे यार तुम हमारे घर पे आके खा, ऐसे नहीं वो आप कोई फॉर्मेलिटी नहीं है, मैं अपना डाइट फॉलो कर रहा हूँ। ये दंगल के टाइम पे था, दिस वाज ड्यूरिंग दंगल। ऐसे यार मेरी फिल्म के लिए आई हैव टू लूज द वेट, मैं अपना टिफ़िन लाया हूँ, मैं टिफ़िन खाऊंगा। तो खैर फाइनली आई सेड कि यार आई टोल्ड आमोस, मेरा जो लड़का है, उसको बोला यार मेरा खाना ले आ। तो वो थाली लाया, और थाली में वो राइस था और सब्ज़ी थी और दाल था, ये था वो था। तो मैंने वो सब अपने थाली में जमाया और मैंने खाना शुरू किया। अब लोगों को क्या लगता है नॉर्मली कि आदमी डाइट पे तो बहुत कम खाना होगा उसका, तो उनके माइंड में भी ये था, टिम कुक और शाहरुख, उन लोगों को लगा था ये बेचारा डाइट का खाना खाएगा। उन्होंने जब देखा मेरी थाली ऐसे भरी हुई थी, इतना खाना था मेरी थाली पे, तो वो ऐसे देख रहे थे मेरे को। अच्छा मैं खा रहा था, फिर मैंने ऊपर देखा, मैं बोला सब मतलब 15-20 लोग मेरे को देख रहे हैं। बोला क्या हुआ? बोला ये तेरा डाइट है कि क्या है, तू इसमें वेट लॉस कर रहा है या वेट गेन कर रहा है? मैं बोला नहीं मैं वेट लॉस कर रहा हूँ। दे कुडंट बिलीव इट डॉक्टर, because the quantity was obviously a good amount of quantity, and they could not believe that I'm having that, and I'm मतलब मैं weight loss कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन मैं अपना टिफिन लेके जाता हूँ, क्योंकि वो क्या है, इसमें हम लोग को शर्म नहीं करनी चाहिए। अपना काम है, अपने को कम करना है वेट, अपना टिफिन लेके जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि वरना तो फिर पॉसिबल नहीं, यहाँ जाना है वहाँ जाना है, ये यू हैव टू बी स्ट्रिक्ट अबाउट इट।
What do
मैं
you
टिफिन
have
लेके
to
जाता हूँ.
say to that, Dr. Dhurandhar? Because that's something again you've mentioned in your book.
This is the ultimate in.
Yeah, once I remember he asked me, how will you manage? I said, Doc, I'll take my tiffin. So he was very surprised. Oh, won't they mind? I said, no, they will mind. But it's better that I lose weight.
Yeah, this is the ultimate. There is nothing beyond this in terms of discipline. But there are, if you can do this, and there are some ways described here, and one would be on similar lines would be, I would recommend that you call the host in advance and say that, look, I'm coming there to meet and not as much to eat. So this,
Right.
I'm following something for my health. So if you are concerned about me, if you are concerned about my health, please don't force me. Just don't force me to eat. So giving them an sort of alerting them beforehand. That's one
Right.
to do. And then there are different ways. Then once you go there, and the most popular but least amount of discipline would be, and I don't like to recommend that way, but that is one way, is to take your plate, fill it up the way you would fill up regularly. Because if you take that plate and only little food, your host is going to notice and say,
Yes.
look how little you're eating, it's my
Absolutely.
birthday today, start tomorrow, go home and start
Yeah.
the diet and so on and so forth. But if your plate is full, nobody is going to bother you after that.
Right.
Then,
प्लेट भर के वहीं रख देने का.
Ah,
सबको लगता हाँ खा रहा है.
right, exactly. Now that's not the best thing to
I know.
advise, but it is better to waste food than put it around your waist.
Absolutely.
Sir, आपने भी कहा that you are following vegetarian diet. This is for your film, Lal Singh Chaddha.
Yeah. No, this is for my health only. I prefer veg actually. I prefer veg. So I'm following a veg diet.
Thanks. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, yes.
I have read few of, watched your interviews and all, but during PK, I saw little bites of your diet and all. In that you said you have literally measured palak and
Yeah,
paneer and
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
That is, okay, I agree. Being a celebrity, you have people working around you.
Correct.
And they will do it for you.
Correct,
But
correct.
normal people like me, a mother like me,
हाँ.
how would she go and measure? Because she has to cook her food for kid, her family. Now, how would I go measuring diet and everything, or food, everything?
I think that's the question Dr. Dhurandhar can answer better.
Yeah, I also have an answer, but I want to hear Dr. Dhurandar's answer. No, you go
Please
first.
do.
You go first. First, let's get the scientific answer.
I would love to hear from you also.
Yeah. After that, I will say.
So, of course, it depends on every individual's diet. No two diets are same. There are lots of things go in planning the diet, as I was saying. But say, for instance, we talk about chapati, right? So I would write, as an example, I would say 100 grams of wheat flour. Because I won't tell you how many chapatis to eat, because every household has different size of chapatis, different style, different thickness. So it could be 10 grams for you and 50 grams for somebody else. So I would rather write in terms of wheat flour. And then what I recommend is that first day you weigh out, just have a kitchen scale, which is very, very reasonably priced. Weigh out 100 grams of wheat flour. See how many chapatis you make by your style, the usual style. And then you don't need to weigh every day. Then you know that I'm going to eat 4 chapatis a day. That's all. Same thing with vegetables, same thing with rice, that you weigh out 50 grams of rice, cook it. You're not going to cook separate rice for you, but cook it only the first day. 50 grams, then you know that this much bowl is 50 grams of rice after cooking. Then when you have it for the whole family, you know how much to take for yourself.
Yeah, my answer is exactly the same. No, seriously. So, like doctor was saying, the first day, because in his diet he will tell you how many grams of wheat flour. तो वो आप आटा लोगे, उसको आप उसमें पानी डालोगे, उसको गूंदोगे, वो प्रोसेस आप फर्स्ट डे करो. 50 grams of rice, 300 grams of vegetables, all that. Actually measure it on the first day and cook it. And after cooking it, put it in measuring bowls. Whatever your house has got different sizes of bowls. You'll come to know कि rice ये bowl में आता है, सब्जी इस bowl में आ जाती है. So next day onwards, you use your bowls to measure, because you cook for everyone, you won't measure again and again. then अंदाजे से करना पड़ेगा. So you may not be 100% exact, but you'll be 98%, which is good enough. So I have to do that sometimes because sometimes it is not possible. You know, I normally carry my food, but suppose I'm going somewhere, I have sent the car by mistake, I forgot, उसमें चला गया, tiffin गाड़ी में चला गया. Suppose now I'm there, the food is in front of me, so I know. By now I know 50 grams of rice is roughly this much, so I take that much अंदाजे से.
And the last question for today's launch.
A vegetarian and a non-veg diet, which are more effective? Like he was saying, he's following currently a vegetarian diet. So is it a more effective and a quicker way, a fat loss than?
I'll tell you, the diet that is most effective is the one that you follow. The diet that is most effective is the one that you follow. In other words, if you are a vegetarian and if I tell you to have non-vegetarian diet, you will not follow and it won't be effective. So it goes the other way. It is your preference that comes first and then the diet can be created to meet that. So you can be a vegetarian and lose weight, you can be a non-vegetarian and still lose the weight.
To answer your question, I know what you're asking. It doesn't really matter. Whether you're a veg or a non-veg, इतना फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. But what doctor is saying is if you're veg, then follow veg. If you're non-veg, then whatever you like to eat. And whatever you make as part of your lifestyle and you will follow easily for a long time is the diet you should ask for.
Compliance, sticking to it is more important.
Right, so just hold on for that. We are coming to the end of the launch and I'd like to request Dr. Nikhil to say a few words to wrap up the event.
Sure. Thank you. I would like to thank you all for coming. I really appreciate you being here on a weekday. I appreciate very much Mr. Amir Khan to have given us the time. I really appreciate it. I want to acknowledge the things that have gone in preparation of this directly and indirectly, including my patients, all the patients that I have learned from so much over the years that has gone into making of this. My friends and family, many of you are here, to whom I have looked to for a pat on my back during good times and for support during times I needed. My book agent, Ms. Kanishka Gupta, who has guided throughout this process. HarperCollins, Shreya, and the team for the wonderful process that we had for the publication of this. And of course, my parents, my Dr. Vinod Dhurandhar, as you mentioned, from whom I got love for the field of obesity and I got training. And most importantly, my son, Rohan, who was with me on this process of looking at the manuscript and revising. My daughter-in-law, Emily, who is a professor of exercise science, kinesiology. She's so well read that I dare not write a single thing that is not scientific because I know what's going to happen.
They were very involved in the whole process. I remember Rohan sent more emails than you did.
That's right. So that's why the book is here. And last but not the least, my wife, Amrita, who has been my biggest critic. That's what I'm afraid of. Because she's also my biggest champion and cheerleader. So I want to keep that impression. So I really thank you very much. And
so thank you everyone for coming. Thank you especially to the media. Thank you so much for being here on time and being so lovely to us. Thank you, Amir, for sparing an hour. And I'm so glad that you were a part of this book. The foreword you wrote, I remember Dr. Nikhil said, don't change even a comma. And I said, yes, sir, I won't, sir. So thank you so much for being so open about your relation with the doctor and your process and your weaknesses. I think we should have a separate chat about your book now. And thank you everyone, including Dr. Dhurandhar's family, for being a part of this event. Books are available for your purchasing and as well as signing. And if you're lucky, Dr. Dhurandhar might just give you a diet plan.
अरे यार वीडियो मत करो एक मिनट रुको आमिर सर पांडे चला कैमरा इकडे बघा आमिर सर इधर आमिर सर अरे अरे भाई अमीर थैंक यू अरे जमीन पे नहीं अमीर थैंक यू सर थैंक यू सर